Alright guys, welcome. This is SUNSfan from Dotacinema. This is the Dota 2 weekly update featuring Reaves. How's it going, buddy?
Hello, good.
Why is it always British with you? And
It's just a
Cyborgmatt.
hello. Just a hello.
How dare you
Hi
interrupt my
guys.
introduction,
I
Cyborgmatt?
don't agree with that
You don't agree with
impression,
what?
no, Reeves.
Hello.
Hello, mate. We could do the whole thing
Hello,
in British
Matt.
accent if you
No,
like.
no. I'm
Bloody
sorry,
brilliant.
I'm not impressed.
So basically what this series is going to be is me, Reeves, and of course Cyborgmatt, who's the mind behind the beautiful blog that is cyborgmatt.com. Going to be going over each patch that he writes up about, probably a couple days afterwards. We're doing this a little bit later than we probably will be in the future, but I figured that people would find this interesting, and you know, any feedback would be brilliant. Other than making fun of Reeves, because nobody likes to do that, because everybody loves him.
Yeah, everybody hates to do that. It's not gonna.
True. So let's get started. Get us kicked off here, Cyborg.
Yep, so it's probably best if you guys open up the blog or follow it in the video.
Yep.
We got the front-end changes this week, which is basically we got some UI updates. The replay UI interface, it now has a copy to clipboard feature. I guess this is going to be really helpful for Dotacinema and for anyone submitting the top 10 clips. Basically, you'll open up your replay, take the replay to where you want it to be in the timeline, and then you hit that button, and then that'll put a link on your clipboard, and then you can send that over to Dotacinema, and they'll know exactly what you want to see.
Yeah, we just have to change the form completely, but it's going to help us quite a bit.
Oh, it's gonna make looking at clips so much easier
Yeah.
since you all send in so many stellar clips.
That's sarcasm, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. Definite sarcasm alert there. Yeah, this is. I honestly, you were talking to me when this came out, Matt, that if I requested this, and I didn't request this exactly, because this is way better than what I requested, but obviously this helps us quite a bit. So very excited to see how much time I don't have to waste anymore.
Yeah, as soon as I saw this feature, I knew this was for you guys at least.
It's gonna be so good.
Right, moving on. We now have this is a feature I should have covered in last week's patch, but I just missed it, I guess. It's basically item recycling. So if you delete an item in Dota 2, and it's not a chest, this only works on normal items. It can't work on chests. You basically have a chance of getting an item back of the next rarity. You know, it's a very risky game. You know, if you want to delete a rare item, then you know you do have a chance of getting a mythical item back. We don't know what the percentages are of these, but it definitely is implemented. I know people have used this and got items back, but use at your own risk.
Now, do you know, like, let's say you recycle something and you get something else that you don't really want that, can you again recycle the new item? Is there a chance that you won't get anything? Like,
There's always a
you
chance
always
that you
get
won't.
something.
There's always a chance that you won't get anything from it.
Gotcha.
So, and at the moment, it goes up to mythical only. So once you get to mythical, it'll tell you deleting this will have no effect. You're already at mythical. But I mean, in the files, there are more rarities, but they're just completely unused right now. There's legendary, immortal, and ancient.
I can't wait to get an ancient item. Should be good.
But those are unused, so this only goes up to deleting rare items to get back mythical items. But
So
if you
at first-
delete like a common item, you'll get back an uncommon item.
At first, I wasn't sure about this. I was like, why would anybody want to delete their items to begin with? But is it like when I'm in my game, there's basically what 15 times, so 30 slots for items. Is that the max that you can get? There's only 2 pages worth.
The max, there's 20 pages. If you buy something from the store, you're upgraded. Your account is upgraded. From I think the default is if you don't use the store or anything, you can only have up to 2 pages worth of items. It's very similar to how TF2 works. In TF2, if you're a free-to-play user, you'll have a backpack limit, an item drop limit, and stuff like that. And when you use the store for the first time, you'll get a gift, and you'll also get your backpack upgraded. In Dota 2, you still get everything. The only difference is the first time you use the store, you'll get the free Witch Doctor set, and you'll also get a bigger backpack.
See,
which
I definitely
think 20
know
pages.
that.
I believe that's like 500 items altogether.
I'm way too cheap to buy anything, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Maybe that'll
see, at
change.
some point I'll have to. I'm just gonna have like 2 pages of shoulder pads because
It really
that's like
doesn't
all I've
matter
got.
what you buy. It can be the cheapest thing on there. Anything you buy will give you the upgraded account, and plus you get the free Witch Doctor set that looks pretty neat.
Yeah, we did I think we did a video on that.
At this point, I'm just gonna collect all the shoulder pads because it seems like that's all the game wants to give me. So I'm gonna have every hero's shoulders, and that's
It's
it.
trying to tell you something, Reeves.
That I should wear shoulder pads?
Maybe. So the next one is this one's pretty cool. The Aegis of Champions. Oh, actually no, is the Morphling next?
No, the Aegis of Champions is next.
Okay. So wait, I thought I saw there was a photo here of it. Where is it?
It's there for me.
Is it? Oh, let me refresh.
Technical difficulties.
Aegis. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. So this is actually pretty random. For people that don't know, if you can see, you can't see my mouse, but the top left of this picture, there's a shield, and if you click on it, it shows I guess it's the most recent winners, or all of the winners of the international, which obviously there's only one so far. Is that right?
I think they'll keep throwing trophies up there, or maybe just display more information. Maybe have one for each. I don't know. There's plenty of time for them to work on something. But the actual model for the shield turned up in January, and I had no freaking clue what it was for. I thought, well, they're gonna give Roshan an Aegis for a shield or something, or like, I really didn't have any clue what it was for. But it's now been used, and clicking on it and then hovering over the 2011 champions will give you the full list of players. It's a really neat addition.
So how does me and Reeves get our names on here, do you think?
Well,
other than winning the tournament, which isn't going to happen.
Our jaws are going to be really sore. That's basically the answer to that.
I mean, if you're lucky, maybe Valve will make it so when you click on one of the little scrolls, you'll see Reeves. I don't know.
They should just implement like a troll face for the fails of the week and have our names on it.
Yeah, you can replace any hero head with a troll face. Matt, I mentioned this to SUNSfan the other day. Let's see if you have anything to say on this. I was saying, the teams that actually make it and are playing in the international, we wondered if Valve might unlock full sets for them so that they're going to have so many viewers to kind of show the public what they're going to have for each hero. Like they might give some of the players in the international full sets of gear, so while we're watching, we'll get to see pieces that we haven't gotten to see on heroes yet. Do you think that's a chance?
Yeah, I think that's highly likely. I think they'll either show off new items there, and then I also think that people who are watching the game, especially watching the game in-game on Dota TV, will have chances of getting items or maybe rewards for watching.
Oh, I didn't even think about
there's
that.
plenty of options for them to do there. I mean, we did some testing about a week ago, and the testing during that we're handing out. Finnell was handing out gifts. Every time I was killed, I was made the target, the scapegoat. Every time I died, he would hand out gifts, and those gifts can go to the spectators, it can go to the players, it's random. So, yeah, there probably will be some item there for watching the international. I wouldn't, that's
Who
probably gonna
knows?
happen.
But yeah, I think it'd be great advertising on Valve's part to do it. They're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
have so many viewers.
And
so.
especially if they show off, a new item set before it's not even out, and then in game, and then say, right after this match, you could, this is up on the store, go buy it. Yeah, it's a good idea.
It would also be good advertising for them to give us everything for free. But hey, no big deal.
Just keep slipping that in there, man.
Slowly but surely, it's going to enter their minds. Like, oh,
Just start stretching out that jaw.
Yeah. You keep saying that. It's so sexual and so beautiful.
Well,
Reeves.
that's what it's supposed to be. I'm happy you caught on to that.
I did. It wasn't subtle. That's for sure. Now this one,
so we move on
yeah, go ahead and move on to the next one, the Morphling one, because this one hasn't been updated in the game yet, and I'm really anxious to see it.
Yeah, this patch, by the way, is due to come out Monday, the Monday the 10th. It's been delayed because right now the international qualifiers are going on, so they didn't want to release a patch in the middle of all this. So if anyone's wondering, where the bloody hell's the patch, that's why you haven't got it yet.
Where the bloody hell's the patch? Oh my god, that was like a pirate. What was that? Okay, moving on.
You guys suck at impressions.
How dare you?
Shut up, Matt.
1v1, mid lane, let's go.
Hey, we've seen your Ogre Magi in the giveaway,
Listen,
bro.
That was for the community. That was done on purpose for the community.
Sure it
good.
was.
Sacrifices will be made, I guess.
Yeah.
But what do you think about this effect, though? Because as far as gameplay is concerned, if I remember correctly, Dota 1 never had anything like this. So you can actually tell what they're morphing to, which I don't know if I like that, to be honest.
I'm not actually sure if it's only team based. I haven't tested that actually.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I mean, you can get an idea, but you could see that anyway. I mean, if you do click on a morphling, I don't know. I don't mind it. I don't think it's gonna have that too much of an impact on the balance.
That's probably true.
We keep getting like these little additions. Like we got the life stealer ones a couple of weeks ago, where you can see the numbers above his head and the healing numbers as well. I think they're all nice additions, and you know, all things like this will help newer players.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't want to get off on a rant here because I always do this, but it feels like the Dota community is very closed off towards suggestions and implementing new features and things of that nature to make it easier for new players. But that's exactly what you need to make the game more successful. Because
Yeah.
I mean, everybody has this
yeah.
whole mudblood
Completely.
mentality. You know what I mean? Like if anybody's a Harry
Oh
Potter
my
fan.
God, did you
like,
really?
Yeah. Somebody actually made a video on this. I was like, oh my God, it's so true. Like people that don't play have like switched off. Like for me, for example, I played Han for 2 years. After playing Dota for 4 years, I would be considered a mudblood or a hybrid. What was it called? What's the hybrid? Reaves.
I don't know.
I'm looking at you.
No, you're right. It's mudblood. It's
okay.
essentially people born from, you know, a human and a wizard. Why are we talking about this? God, but yes, that would be.
It's
yeah,
so
that's what
perfect
you
though,
are.
because purebloods are people that only play Dota
See,
and
now
they
I
refuse to
can't.
take
All I can do
submissions.
is just picture you sitting there in a Harry Potter costume. I can't.
Oh,
He's
I
got the
miss it.
scar.
I
He's
miss.
got the scar.
That's true. I do have the Harry Potter scar. Moving on.
Yeah, back to the patch. So yeah, his agility morph and strength morph both have effects. You know, agility's green, morphs, the strength is red. And then his replicate as
Now
an
that's for-
overhead timer.
That's for team only, I would assume, obviously.
Yeah, and that's, you know, utility. It helps the player a lot.
Right.
Little information like that.
It's like, oh, maybe
Similar-
we can
similar
turn
to the
this
life.
battle since he's pumping up his strength and he can take some damage while we try to destroy who's chasing us. It's a good implementation.
Anything to help people, I think, is true.
Let's make the game as Care Bear as possible.
I love Care Bears.
I do too.
I hate Kerberos.
What? Freaking
Typical.
British people. God. Typical.
Moving on to the B for the patch.
Yes.
3 new heroes. I'm just gonna say that again. 3 new heroes.
Now I know
What do you
you
guys
were
think?
you were really excited about Chaos Knight. Is that correct?
No, his
No.
gyrocopter he was really excited
I
about.
was being
Yeah,
sarcastic.
well, I don't care about Chaos now. I'm just glad Gyrocopter got in there.
Yeah, actually,
Um,
me and Reaves. I think we never played Gyro. We quit Dota before he was. I think it was like the Ancient Apparition patch is when we quit, basically.
Yeah, but he looks so much fun though. I can't
He
wait.
is. It's very fun.
And the staff making his old global is dirty.
And hold on, let me play this sound clip for people that didn't hear this. It's amazing.
Holy shit, it's Viper!
Is that actually going to be in the game? Because that would be hilarious. Or is it just one of those
Yeah.
unused audios?
No, that is definitely when he sees Viper as an ally. He walks past him. He'll say, "Holy shit, it's Viper!"
That is awesome. That is so good.
Yeah,
That's
Oh.
something that I want to say it's underestimated, but like I never cared about voice in any game ever. I always turned it off, but this is the one game that is just amazing. It's just too good. You can't
Yeah, well,
turn it
you
off.
were talking about Ogre Magi, and evidently a lot of people like don't like his voice and want it changed. But me and you think it's fantastic.
it's
I
so
don't know what
good.
Matt thinks, but
Bloodlust is the best. of those.
The guy's
So
British
good.
too. It's great.
I wish everybody
Nolan-
could hear
Nolan
it when I do it. Just so
Is
I
a
can
man
know
of many
it.
talents. I hope just Nolan North does every single hero from here and out.
Except for me, I get to do one hero, right? Yes.
Maybe.
What do you guys think of the models overall for each hero? Let's start with Chaos Knight.
Um,
Because I think personally he looks the best of the three, but I'm very partial to strength heroes.
to be
Well-
fair, I don't really care about Chaos Knight, but yeah, he looks okay.
He looks good. It's one of those things like we noticed like just the port over from the Warcraft 3 engine to now we're growing to expect a lot of different changes. Like Morphling was pretty close to the original model. I think Chaos Knight is another one of those that's pretty close to the original model that was in original Dota.
He has a freaking horse. He's the best.
And this picture here you're looking at is one from the model viewer, so the particles are not applied to this.
Right.
So he does look better in game from what you see here.
When you get a
anyway.
critical strike, the horse says, "No!" It's the best. That's the
Really?
best sound effect they ever implemented.
I can't wait till we get to the talking about Fan Assassin because some of the stuff they did with her is great, but we'll get there.
And then Gyro, we got like think it's a really good model too. Of course, it doesn't look quite as awesome when it's not moving.
See, the one thing about his why is he driving his gyrocopter with oven gloves?
It's very warm.
That metal gets hot, bro.
Yeah.
Surely that's not efficient. You know, he's gonna end up crashing one day.
He looks
You know
like
what?
Sniper's
Wouldn't it
brother.
be
He's
someday?
filling in his insurance form, and I don't think oven gloves will cut it.
Maybe that's just what his hands look like. Huh?
God, that would suck. You have a thumb and that's it? That's your whole freaking hand?
Just like mitteny hands.
Yeah, I
Ah.
think when he's moving around, you guys can see in our preview or whatever, I think it looks really freaking cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love his
it's great.
scarf. Love
Yeah.
his mustache. I love everything about gyrocopters, icons and artwork, and really nice. Really
I have
got
to
his
say, I
image.
was expecting a very annoying voice, but do you know who did Sniper? Because I find that's like the only voice that I find quite annoying for some reason. It's
Off the
not
top of my head,
it's not
no,
the
but I
same
can
guy, I
come
don't
back.
think.
I'm expecting a lot of hilarious clips of gyrocopter flying around and people trying desperately to destroy that missile before it hits their teammate. I'm expecting so many hilarious clips with that. So
Yeah, that's
I
true.
was so excited when I
Sniper-
found out you could do
Sniper
that.
was voiced by Gary Swartz. He did the Heavy and Demo Man in Tier 2.
Mhm.
He does Lich, Shadow Shaman, Sniper, and Pugner.
Okay, so it's not the same guy. Yeah,
No.
the other voices I don't mind. I don't know. Sniper's maybe it's just his dialogue. Whatever it is. Anyway, the last hero, of course, implemented was Phantom Assassin, which I mean, I think she looks cool, but the original. I remember seeing a concept art where she was like in black clothing. It looked so much better to me, but I can't complain too much. She's still a very
Yeah, I have
powerful
a
hero.
post up with all the concept art for a lot of these recent editions. Yeah, I agree. I think the color scheme is what is a bit iffy for me. I'm not
It's a little
sure.
odd. Well, she's one of those like even more than the Chaos Knight, like this with the particle stripped and stuff. She looks a lot better in game compared to like this picture we're looking at on the
Yeah,
blog.
There's
but-
still this like turquoise tint. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Where it would.
Yeah.
I think it would look cooler with black, but. It's
But
not too-
can we talk about her awesome crit graphic
Oh, it's
that
so
like
good.
launches blood? It's amazing, so awesome. And I was wondering this actually, maybe you guys, because you know how in original Dota in the Warcraft 3 engine, you know, you level up her blur high enough, and she is literally like invisible. You see her little
Yeah, it's,
like.
it's very hard to see.
Is that gonna be the same for this, or are they just really gonna blur her out?
Right now, it's not very similar to that. It's a lot easier to see her in this engine. Of course, you see the health bar as well.
Oh right, yeah.
She's nowhere near as blurred as what she is in Warcraft 3. I'm not sure what they're doing about that. I mean,
Yeah,
right
I just
now
remember.
this patch is only on the test server right now, and they're still tweaking a few things. But
a lot of people.
I think that's pretty strong nerf to her.
Yeah, well,
But then in Warcraft 3, you
It
know,
was
she'd
unfair,
turn
though.
up, crit you, and you'd be like, where the friggin' hell is she?
You're like,
Well, yeah,
what
that's
the
the thing.
hell just
like,
happened?
For new players,
Yeah.
they have no idea what's going on. I mean, you get used to it eventually, but it takes a while. But I know a lot of people are complaining about that, which doesn't really mean anything per se, because they'll complain about literally anything that isn't exactly the same as the Warcraft 3 engine. But I think
Yeah.
this was a purpose. This was an obvious thing that they
Yeah,
put on purpose.
you got to remember, Ice Frog is there at Valve with those people, you
Yeah.
know. So he's actively working on rebalancing the game all the time. There will be more tweaks for her in the future, I guess.
Well, and in Dota 2, you know, with the enhanced graphics and the particles flying around, it would be, I'm not going to say infinitely harder to see her if they made her fully invisible like the original Warcraft engine, but it would be such a big pain if she went completely invisible like she does
Yeah.
in the original.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of players struggle to find her in Warcraft 3 and click on her. And
The
that
only-
is an issue.
The way I used to see her was the red crits. That's the only way to see her.
Yeah, the red crits.
Or when
Aim
you're
your
dead.
spells at the red crits or the support that just keeled over.
Exactly.
Although I'm a bit worried on Monday of all the pub Phantom Assassins.
Oh boy, it's gonna be like a
man.
month-long stretch. I feel like they've been
Straight,
running
I'm
for
gonna
forever.
straight back into stick
But-
to random draft, I think.
I'll be playing Chaos Knight, so no problem.
I'll be playing Gyrocopters.
All right, there we go.
Everyone's happy.
Have the spectrum every time with all my spells. Blah blah blah.
So it looks like we have some updated strings here that are just from things
Yeah,
we saw earlier.
very minor. Not a lot of strings this week. Just one for the Aegis of Champions and updates to the voice actors credits. So Barry Denon is doing Chaos Knight, Jin Hammond is doing Phantom Assassin, and Nolan North, which I love, is doing Gyrocopter.
Nice.
And then moving on, we got some updates to the unreleased couriers.
Oh, so cuddly.
Ah, it's so cuddly, the frog.
Oh,
Aw.
and then he dies.
And then he dies, yeah.
Looks like he's getting stepped on when he dies. So he doesn't have a flying animation yet, right? He has the wings,
Nah, he
but
just looks like that.
I think he looks awesome though.
Yeah, he looks really nice.
It's one of the better
I'm
ones. I think.
kind of a bit disappointed that they didn't just make him an ice frog, though.
That's true. Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
like
true.
the blue frog that we've all come to
Yeah.
know and love.
Yeah, I'd definitely be up for that ice frog, no doubt. Maybe they'll have to have somebody edit it in the workshop, then finally get implemented.
Retexturing is definitely possible.
For
Imp
sure.
Courier is pretty good too.
I actually don't like it at all, to be
No,
perfectly honest.
not at
No,
all.
I
not
like
at all.
this one.
I like it a lot.
I mean, isn't that just a creep, right?
No,
No, it
isn't it?
I don't think so.
Isn't
It doesn't
one
look
of the
like.
creeps?
No, it doesn't look anything like a creep.
Well, I don't like it either way. It's
Do you
too
want
ugly.
I think you need my glasses, mate.
Whatever.
You like the Stump Courier, and you don't
that's
like
the.
this.
Oh
Hey,
my God, the stump
You
curry is
better
the
not be
best.
talking shit about Stump.
It's so good.
Stump is awesome.
See, this is. I compare all the couriers to Stump because Stump is the best.
Stumpy.
Stumpy, whatever.
Yeah.
I go on a first name basis. Stumpy's like the, elongated version. I call him Stump. He's fine with that.
So ugly is cute, kind of thing.
No, I enjoy the imp courier. I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I like
He's
it.
got some really nice animations.
Yeah, he does have good animations. I'll give you that. The death animation is pretty
It's
funny.
pretty good.
Salute. And
And
then
then
now we have Gandalf.
All right, yeah.
Gandalf the Grey.
Zeno's gonna be really happy about this. That's his
I was
favorite. hero.
doing when I was doing this post. I got a message through on Steam Friends. I can't remember who sent it, but it just says, "Why is Gandalf in Dota 2?"
You know
Because
what?
he's like one of the
Yeah.
best anti-push heroes in the game, so you shall not pass. Damn it.
That's true. And actually, it's funny. Yesterday, I learned that the original person that they wanted to play Gandalf in Lord of the Rings was Sean Connery. Did you guys know that? But he turned it down because he
I
didn't
don't-
understand the script.
Well, I don't think that would work.
There's no submarines in the script.
You shall not pass. That wouldn't have been quite
Hunter,
as good.
Hunter.
But yeah, if you're not happy with his artwork, remember all this is just work in progress. He can look a lot different from that when he
I don't
comes
have
out.
a problem with the. I love Gandalf. I mean, I hate the hero. Don't get me wrong, but I
Yeah, I
love
think
Gandalf.
it looks fine.
Well, it's
But,
one of those. It's one of those super like everybody knows that image so much that I mean the white bearded hooded wizard has been around way before even Gandalf. It's just what everybody thinks about.
Yeah,
so
but
you,
it is Keeper of the Light, so you can give him a bit of slack.
yeah. So Gandalf the white actually, not the gray. Just in case Zeno listens to this, so he's not like just the Reaves.
And then we have Naga
Are
abilities.
you doing the voice work for him?
Yeah, you should, dude. Definitely. Reeves wants to do the voice work for techies.
Oh, I'd love to do techies.
Let's
It'd be
hear it.
so good.
Let's hear it, Reeves.
What are some of the things? It's the
Oh.
I'm gonna blank now because you put me on the spot and I get nervous.
I'll get bloody nervous.
Kaboom! And what else does he say?
I don't even know what
You know
he sounds like, so I can't even compare.
I can't remember. Wasn't me. I would love to do techies.
There you
Even
heard it here
but
first.
there's been speculation they're not even gonna put him in because he's such a trolly hero though. So who knows?
I think he's gonna get reworked at the very least.
Yeah, I think they
Same with
rework
Lord.
before he comes in. I mean, we do have was it Gyrocopter who has voice work? I think Gyrocopter has a rival line for techies.
Oh, really?
Or one of the new heroes has a rival line for techies. I can't remember which one. I'm pretty sure it's Gyrocopter though.
Yes.
That's bad news for me. I always get suicided on. People are like, "Oh, SUNSfan's in the game. Let me just kill him," and ignore everybody else. Then when you have techies in the fold, it's gonna be even worse.
Let's chase him all the way to the fountain.
But it looks like Naga's icons are completely done, which is a shock to me. Cause
Yeah, they look really nice.
yeah, they look really freaking good.
Love the artwork on those.
And actually, that's a hero that I haven't played since they reworked that one skill. Yeah, it's like a negative armor one now or something. It used to be crits. So interested to see how she works now.
Let's
And
we have
moving
some
on.
cosmetic
we have-
things now.
Yeah. Little disclaimer before we move on to these, like none of these are actually, in the store. These are just models in the client. Doesn't mean they're gonna get in, Just because they're in there doesn't mean that. I mean, TF2 has a bunch of models that are in the game but are not in the source, so don't go
And
crazy.
it's kind of like I don't know how I feel about Axe having a hammer.
See, well, I know
It's a mallet, bro.
there's a post on the dev forum that some people are actually getting this item by accident,
Really?
and yeah, because it isn't implemented in the client yet, so all it would do would show up as a blank icon.
Oh, I see.
And one of the dev responses on that post was, we'll probably just replace this item for everyone who's got it because we don't think giving Axe a hammer is a smart idea.
Good move.
So
I agree with that.
this will probably not make it again.
Interesting. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
The Broodmother one looks pretty sick. It looks like a freaking transformer.
It's a cyborg. It's a
Yeah,
cyborg
well,
mother.
All the comments you can direct the hate to Reaves because he's the one who likes this one.
No,
I don't.
Does no one else like it?
mind. I don't mind this model, but a lot of people do not want. A lot of people hate this. Like the hate for this is almost on the level of the hate for the Alpine Ursa set.
Well, you know what it may be for me is that the model for Broodmother right now scares the bejesus out of me because I hate spiders, and
you're
she
a-
looks so scary.
See, she
so
looks
this
so
is much
shiny
more-
in game. She might as well be a robot. Is what I
But
say.
yeah, I like this. I like this model. I don't really see anything wrong with it.
Yep, me too.
And if the fusion core in the back glows when she ults, I think that'll be awesome.
Did you know when she ults, her anus opens up? Did you ever notice that?
I can't say I go around looking at Broodmother's anus.
Well, you should take a look next time. Just
Yeah,
remember me.
SUNSfan spends a lot of time looking at anuses. So
No,
Yeah, I know.
Valve puts them in very discreetly, except for the Broodmother one, which just glows red.
Moving on to Dazzle. He has a bone necklace. This one's been around for ages, actually. I remember this being in the client last year and then disappearing when they got rid of all the items. Especially just a
going-
little bone necklace.
more and more Zulu for this guy.
I like them. They seem to be working on heroes that don't get played as often, which I really like that idea. Because we're seeing a lot more Axe lately. He has like 50 million things. More Sven, which never gets played. Things like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's a pretty good idea. I agree. And then Juggernaut, he has another mask, Slack Jaw. It looks a bit weird. I mean,
Yeah,
it
it
looks
really
sad.
weird.
You know who?
looks sad.
It reminds me of the Doughboy from Ghostbusters.
Oh, you're right. I was wondering what it looked. Yeah, that's so true.
That's what it reminds me of for some
Except
reason.
he has a
Or it looks like
very
he's got puppy
muscular
dog
body.
eyes. I don't know.
Yeah, it's. I don't know what it is. It's
And
really
actually,
weird.
you can't fully see it, but the sword he is holding in that picture is Steel Series are doing a Dota 2 bundle, and this Dota 2 bundle has a mouse mat and a mouse. It's Dota 2 branded, and it also comes with an in-game item, which is a new sword for Juggernaut. You
Yeah.
can't really see it fully, but
It
he's
looks
holding it.
so sick. I've seen the actual screenshot of it with the Arabic on it. Oh my god, it looks so
Yeah.
awesome. So cool. I'll try to get that one. Although I don't want to pay for it because I already have Dota 2.
All right, and then poor Tidehunter with his crazy hats. I
a
don't
headdress.
like this one.
What?
I
First of
don't
all, you
like the
can't make
headdress.
Tidehunter look ridiculous. He looks awesome no matter what. First and foremost, all right? This is for like the little flamboyant of the crowd, I think, and I have no problem. I like it a lot.
I don't mind it. It looks a bit weird. I don't mind it though.
Chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom.
And this Windrunner one, you said it's been in the game for a while, right?
The HUD in the
Yeah.
background has been in since last year, and well, they removed it last year and then came back. I can't wait for the HUD to get in. The ball you can see here is this is a workshop submission. I believe that you can find this in the workshop somewhere. But right now you can see that the scale on the ball is not really, fully done yet. So if it looks a bit big, that's just because it's not been scaled properly
She likes holding big things.
yet. Yeah.
Just
Well, I
gonna
can't,
bleep out the rest of that.
I can't wait till she gets the HUD in because I really like the HUD combo.
The color difference kind of the gay man in me is like those don't match at all. But other than that, it's a cool hood.
I think I think it looks better than the original. So. with
Yeah, I
that, so
agree.
very cool.
Then moving on to Witch Doctor, we have a large influx of items here. Really
oh,
awesome
Witch
items as well.
Doctor.
So the first
Alligator
one we
mask.
get is a alligator mask, which is basically just a head of an alligator on his head. Shows you what he gets up to in his spare time.
He's pretty pimp, no doubt.
And I like
then
the
a
masks though.
Yeah, We have a demon skull staff, which again, the scale on this does not look right whatsoever. So
It should look right. That's how it should look. That's amazing. An
it's pretty
enormous
big.
freaking thing. It's like a skyscraper he's holding. That's awesome.
And then the horn mask. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that one is really cool. See, this
That
kind of
one's
it
sick.
kind of reminds me of the Juggernaut one, but it actually looks cool. That's the difference.
Yeah, it's
Very
definitely
cool.
styled like
Yeah.
a witch doctor type mask. And then
Indeed.
the pet snake is
Awesome.
probably one of the best additions to this. I absolutely love that.
I'm guessing it's gonna move. It's not gonna be static.
I was just gonna
probably.
ask that.
I'm not sure. And like you can see, it's wrapped around his arm as well, and it'll probably like its tongue will probably be animated, and its head might be animated a little
That's
bit.
so
I don't know.
cool. Too bad nobody play. See, this is gonna force people to play this hero.
Witch Doctor's a really fun hero. A
He
lot of
is.
people should play Witch Doctor.
He's really fun. It just seems like everyone that plays him right now just is terrible with him. So hopefully we'll get a larger player base that it gets really good with him because they love the items.
Well, I remember
so.
back in the day, I used to, since I never play support, no matter who I play, used to get what BKB Aghanims and just destroy. But nobody does that because they're hard support, unfortunately.
Dagon for the win, bro.
Or Dagon Maledict, yeah. True that.
And then we have a ribcage backpack,
Nice.
which is nice. And actually, I probably should have censored that picture a little bit. 'Cause
It looks a little
Awesome.
odd. Yeah.
I didn't even notice when putting this together. I didn't even notice that until someone in the comments mentioned it. And I was like, oh yeah,
He's been
Yeah.
working out, bro. He's been
I
working
see
out.
it now.
Just his right side of his body. He's been working out hard.
Yeah, that's so true. It's so. Oh yeah, that's so true.
Well, he's got to carry that gigantic staff, so
Yeah.
it makes sense. The right
I
side of
think
his
we
body
should
is
not look
huge.
at that anymore.
Or it's a terrible tumor. One of those. But he's a doctor,
And-
so he'll be fine.
And then we have a shrunken head staff, which I think looks pretty nice.
Oh, that looks awesome. Yeah. Collecting head. See, this is one of the things I was talking to you about. You said that this is not in the game, just to clarify for people, because there's been a rumor going around for like items like strange items like Furion's beard. They do not grow as you get more stats on them or whatever they follow. What is it, wins or something like that? I think honestly stuff like that I would love to see. And something like this, you just add more heads to staff, something like that. I think that doesn't take anything away from the game. It just adds a cool feature overall.
Well, yeah, I think it would. You know, the thing they're doing right now where you can design too, someone should do that and pitch it in a serious way. Like, oh, you wear this beard, and every time it levels up, like that's already in the game, it gets a little bit longer until you have a Furion walking around with his beard just dragging on the ground. It would just be amazing.
That would be so cool.
I'll endorse that as long as I can get the longest beard going.
Yeah, you'll have yours colored like a
I
different
want it
color
to
than
drag. I
everybody
want to be
else's.
in the lane. And I want to see the beard go all the way to the fountain.
It gets so long, he starts to like dread it after a certain.
Yeah,
So you'd start tripping on your freaking beard by at that point. I mean,
it gets all
seriously.
soggy in the river.
Yeah. God, that would be hard to wash. Jesus. It's disgusting. Now that I think about it.
Oh, and we have. Is this just another view of a different kind of
No,
staff
this-
that we have
This
next?
is the different staff. It's a spiral staff.
Nothing to add to this one.
Yeah, that one's kind of boring.
Yeah, it's a little boring compared to the
Yeah.
other ones.
This next mask, though, the masks for him are great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Again,
these
another-
definitely fit
another
his
nice
style.
one.
That's the thing. Like Juggernaut's just I guess
Kinda
they fit.
odd.
Yeah, I don't know what. Something scares me about the Juggernaut one. I don't know why I keep coming back to this. It's gonna haunt my dreams, but yeah, the
You can
witch
see
doctor.
flash
definitely
images.
good.
Wake up screaming.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, and this next one, the first thing, and I can't be the only one. The first thing notice on here, they just ripped the hair off of Skrillex and popped it onto Witch Doctor. They were like, "Good, it's done. That'll be a new thing."
Yeah, that's so true. Actually,
It needs to play dubstep while he's ulting, and it would be amazing.
Oh, that would be great. I would pay for that a million times over. And it's funny you say that because someone on Reddit put together a quick Photoshop, and it definitely looks like Skrillex.
I'm so bad at Reddit. Like I just got an account the other day just to be like, oh, let's see what all the fuss is about finally. And also Dotacinema uses it a lot, so I can't find anything though. Like anytime I go on there, I'm like, there's so many things to click on and I don't get it. But I'm stupid.
Yeah.
well, I don't want to say anything, but
Oh. Oh, and then even the next one. Look, that's
it's the same thing with
like
a hat, right?
Skrillex
Yeah.
with Slash's hat.
That's so yes, that's
The
oh,
guitar
that's-
player.
He's saying he now needs the guitar stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would
he
be
should carry a
awesome.
guitar instead of his staff then. Yeah. I think that would start getting a little bit too League of Legends.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything
then we-
wrong with it.
How dare you say that
I know
word?
we're gonna get destroyed now. But I think
Right.
that's the one thing that they're focusing on is to not like they're not gonna change the sexes of, as far as I know at least. Maybe you know something I don't.
No,
Matt.
they won't do that.
Yeah, because
You crazy?
No, look at this.
technically
We have-
speaking, I don't mind it, but I can understand from like a new player's perspective that you have to kind of relearn everybody if they do that. So I don't have too big of a problem with it either way.
Oh, look at these series. We have Skrillex's hair down to Slash's hat down to a Misfits mask.
I don't know who Misfits is.
Oh my god.
I'm out of touch with reality.
We'll talk about that after, but
Alright.
I promise it does.
Either way, it looks terrific.
And then to finish up on Witch Doctor, we have a wooden mask, which is literally just a wooden mask.
Yeah,
This
it,
is
it looks.
honestly my favorite mask, though.
It's so basic but so good. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Something
So
about
good.
it.
It has like a little tear.
You know what he should have?
Such a
There
crime.
should be somebody that is just like, oh my god, I just thought of the best idea. Lion, he is hideous, right? Have one with a paper bag over his head, so we don't have to see that disgusting face anymore. That would be perfect.
Don't they already have that? Where did I see that?
What?
Nope, that's for a totally different game.
All right,
Never mind.
excellent. Moving on. Ice Frog, implement that immediately. Paper
But they
bag
have
over Lion's
that
head.
for this other game I play, so they should do that.
Let's see. You play other games?
That's Reeves' picture right there. They have
Yeah.
that for another game. Can you do this,
Just
please?
saying, they've got it.
Yeah. And moving on to the material updates. We have some, materials for the unreleased heroes, and we also have a new portrait background. This is what the background for Undying is going to look like. It's going to be a graveyard. I
With
think it
his
looks nice.
model in front, I'm assuming, eventually.
Yeah.
And the obviously the texture is kind of hard to see some of it, but the face looks amazing. Can't wait to see
Yeah,
what his
the-
finished product
The
looks like.
detail on that's really nice. And then some of this, his shoulder plates, his helmet, his armlet, his neck. And then moving on to Visage. His materials are so far along. He's only just turned up recently, and already his materials are really far along.
Wow. It just looks like somebody ate trash and then threw it up. I did.
Yeah.
You guys have to talk about this because I have no idea what I'm looking at.
It's
What
just
you're
the way
looking at
textures-
here is just the texture mapping. So what this will do is the model will have a UV map, and these pieces will line up somewhere to the model, and then you can just imagine this wrapping around the model, and then so like the face would be on the face part of the model.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes more sense now.
Yeah, it's sometimes hard to tell what's actually going on, but yeah, most of the detail comes in the textures and the normal maps. And then moving on to the particles, we have more particle updates for Disruptor.
Now that's another hero I never got to play. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I never played Disruptor, but his particles are looking really awesome.
Yeah, those look really good.
Well, do you think like it's slowly moving towards? Because I know we don't talk about it much anymore for obvious reasons. But like one of the things, like when the first international, we were like, oh, I can't wait to watch this. We're gonna get to see. One of the things we noticed as a big difference moving from Han was there were much less particles, and it's always exciting to see them implementing new glowy magical things. Because I love them. I'm like a crow. I like shiny things.
They try to tone them down, but sometimes they overdo it. But I think that's better to overdo it at least at first, and then gradually go up a little bit. You can see that they're some of the spells are done.
This isn't a rave. We don't want bloody disco lights going off everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things is from a viewer standpoint, definitely as a player, it gets annoying as hell. But from a viewer standpoint, it's fun to watch a bunch of stuff happening on screen. So sometimes particles are great for the viewers, but not so much for the players.
Well, sometimes it's more confusing for the viewers too at some point too. So you gotta.
I think they
you
have a
gotta
good
find
balance
yeah.
right now. And you can actually see some of these in action. If you look on the previous weeks, I have put up a video of the unreleased heroes, and especially Disruptors, you can see a lot of his in action. So most of these heroes you're looking at here probably will be out before the second international.
Nice.
Now, I'm just saying that from my opinion. That doesn't mean
You
they
heard it
are
here
coming
first,
out,
guys. It's coming
I don't
out.
want any more hate mail. There's a Valve, direct your hate mail to Valve. This is not anything to do with me. This is
Are
just
you
my...
getting to the point where you need a whole separate email to hold all the hate mail at this point, or is it pretty much because what you're doing is
The
amazing, by
label
the way.
feature in Gmail is really nice, and then keywords.
Yeah.
Like if the key, like if I have some death threat key. No, we won't go into detail on that.
I can only imagine. I don't even get death threats. You guys should start sending me some. Get off Cyborgmatt's back.
I can't believe you're not getting death threats than I am. Well,
I'm
they're not
getting
death
I'm
threats,
getting a lot of
I guess.
racist threats because
Yeah,
everybody
a
thinks
lot
I'm
of
racist
racist,
apparently, but not death threats, and I would enjoy that very much so. Thank you.
The best is when the levee breaks and I get pulled into the racist thing because they think I said it. I'm like, no, that was still just SUNSfan.
Anything I say, you're grouped up with, Reaves. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was right on board. Not really. Don't death threat me. I'm very sensitive.
It really is.
And then we're moving on to Rubik's particles. Again, these are very basic. I think this is the first pass we've seen Rubik's particles.
I'm really excited. I never really played Rubik either. He was one of the newer heroes, but
Some of his abilities are already programmed into Dota
Yeah.
2, and they look really nice.
Well, I'm more
Just
interested in
lifting
seeing
up
his
air.
model because did you saw the concept art for his model? It looked ridiculously good. I hope they stuck
Really
with
good.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, looking at his textures look very, very similar to his concept art, so I believe he will look pretty similar.
I hope so. Very cool. Oh, and then we have
And actually,
Visage's,
that first particle there, that's referred to as Rubik's staff.
Yeah, that's right. And the
it, like,
concept art
drips.
had that. Yeah.
It like drips away, so I imagine that the bubbles you see on the concept art will actually be in the game as particle effects, like dripping off his staff.
Oh, that would be so cool.
It
Awesome.
look really nice.
Very
Can't wait to
cool.
see that in action.
This last one that's like super. Am I even still looking at Rubik's? Let me scroll up here. No, I'm not, so never mind.
Visage
We'll get
is
there.
next.
I'm just excited. We'll
Yeah,
get there.
Visage. Again, the progress made on Visage over these past couple of weeks has been pretty fast. So I guess he'll be coming soonish, maybe.
It's kind of blue, more bluish than I remember. He was like a green. He had like green effects, if I remember correctly, other than his black ulti.
Well, the third
Well, again,
one's a little green.
these anything you see here is not final,
True.
and there are chances it could be recolored. I know a lot of previous heroes that have come out have had their particles recolored. But yeah, I think these look pretty awesome.
Yeah,
This last smoke one's my favorite looking one. I don't necessarily know absolutely what that's going to be for, but the little blue light in the middle with the smoke effect it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So I guess that pretty much wraps it up. So what's your prediction officially? I'm reading it right here, but is it still Undying? Because I would
I'm
be
saying
very happy about
Undying. It's a bold claim, but we'll see.
that.
And
That-
also, go on.
now that they released like the 3 heroes that were basically next on the list, you don't even know what to go. It's basically a complete guess at this point, I would assume.
Yeah, well, it's always a complete guess.
Well, it's just like your last prediction, like as we all looked at. You said maybe this, but probably this. I wish it was this, and it ended up being. So, do you think there's a chance that they read your blog and they're just like, let's just mind fuck this guy and put everything
They
in?
do that.
Once.
They do read his
Well, they've
blog.
already mindfucked me enough, so.
Yeah, that's why he's getting so much hate mail, because they're purposefully not putting the heroes in that he predicts now. So Undying will not be the next hero.
So at this point.
Yeah, that's true. They
Yeah,
couldn't wait any
Undying will be
longer.
out after Techies next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a whole lot of heroes right around the corner. You know, Meepo, Luna, all have big chances of coming out soon.
Oh, I so am not excited for Meepo.
Me neither. I hate
I was
Micro.
terrible with him, but there's so many people that are amazing.
Yeah, you get
And
level
it's just-
25 within like 20 minutes. Yeah.
Getting hit with that net is the worst feeling in the world. You're just like, oh no, here comes the death.
True. So
Dead.
unless you have anything to add before we wrap this up? Anybody?
No, unless Matt, you want to do a little plug for your thing,
Yeah,
or kind of
indeed.
point out, because it'd be amazing at this point if people don't know who you are that are in the Dota scene at all. But if you want to kind of talk a bit about what you do and how you do it and why you do it.
Yeah, so basically I run Cyborgmatt's blog, which is cyborgmatt.com. The link will be in the description. Every week I analyze the patches that Valve release. There's a lot of undocumented changes, a lot of new stuff and new content that is not mentioned by Valve. Little features that they forget to list and stuff. And as well as analyzing every patch, I cover tutorials on viewing the models and A whole range of stuff really. Cosmetic previews, unreleased hero video previews. You know, if you're a fan of Dota 2, you want to see more insight. You know, if patch comes out, there's no hero in that patch. You might be a bit disappointed. Head over to my blog. There's a good chance that patch will have a bunch of different stuff in that might put a smile on your face.
Indeed, that's what it puts a smile on my face every week. Because I have to, I'm watching the horrible replays that I watch every week, like for 30 hours a week is basically what happens, and like, oh, I'll take a little break here to look at Cyborgmatt's amazing blog, and I'm always greeted by some amazing
You
stuff.
told me you love looking at replays.
Oh, yeah.
And you want more and more.
I do want more, definitely.
Well, they're all so good. Just
You said
it's
the
hard to
quality's top
every
notch.
week. It's hard to choose every week which clips to use.
Yeah, that's another story. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. My name is SUNSfan. Joining me was Reaves and, of course, Cyborgmatt. Be sure to visit his blog, which is amazing, like we've talked about ad nauseum, cyborgmatt.com. Other than that, yeah, if you have any feedback on this, what you want added, what you want subtracted, like Reaves, for example, just kidding, let us know. Like, this is kind of like a test run. I know this was somewhat long, but we figured that the older patch updates we did were kind of mundane and didn't really have that much information. We figured this would at least maybe longer in some respects, but with a lot more information. So just let us know. So thanks a lot, Cyborgmatt and Reaves. Appreciate it, and we'll talk to you guys later.
No problem. See you guys.